back on the season since you came in. It was back round 8, I think it was. You must be really pleased how it's went.
Yeah, very pleased. When I come, we'd only had a couple of wins, and to finish in the top 8, it was a really good achievement.
So when you came here, although the performances were good, the results weren't happening, but something just seemed to change, didn't it, about halfway through the season?
Yeah, I think the performance was pretty good, and the confidence was still there, but just a few of the little things that that didn't come off our way, and we built on that in training, and gathered a bit of momentum, and pushed our way up till the end.
I say the performances were good, but I just remember the first game that you played in away at London. It wasn't the best, was it?
No, it was not one of my better games, and probably the team's better games, but we got that one right when we played them back up here later on in the season, and turned that reverse tie round.
And you started at centre coming here, didn't you? And then you moved into the halves and playing along with Timmy. Just how much did you enjoy that?
Yeah, well, I really enjoyed it. It just come out of the boat. To be fair, he asked me to play 6, and I've played it before, at a few clubs at London and at Bradford, but playing behind Tim it really helped, because he's sort of like the general of the team, and he leads us around the park, and I just feed off him. Yeah,
obviously you've played with some good players in your time, but Tim Smith is in terms of a partner, just how good is he?
Yeah, he's probably one of the best I play with, because he can find a pass at any time. He's got good vision, and just his general marshalling all the boys around the park, giving them the lift when the chips are down and that, and picking us up.
And that's the thing, like you said, you're playing on the back of that. How easy does it make it with him doing what he does?
Yeah, it makes my job a lot easier. And I think we've got to give it big credit to the forwards as well for what they did, because that's what make our job a whole lot easier. So if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be able to do the things what we did.
And one of the reasons you brought in was for your goal kicking as well. How pleased are you at kicking regular and consistently?
Yeah, something I've always enjoyed. Since I've been a child. I always practiced. When I was a kid in the park, and I did kick a lot for London and a little bit for Bradford, but just fizzled out at the back end. But to get the chance to kick again regularly, it's good.
When people look back at this season, and you in particular, going to look at those 2 games out, which you got those 1-pointers in, they were both epic games to be involved in, I'd imagine.
Yeah, great games to be involved in. And luckily for me, I put both 1-pointers over. But like I say, it was a whole team effort, and the atmosphere of the game was electric on both games, and it's good to be a part of.
I think looking back now at the season's over, it's incredible that 2 games in consecutive weeks and going down to the last minute, isn't it, with a 1 point. It's a strange thing to be involved in, I guess.
Yeah, it is very strange, but that's rugby at the end of the day. We were fighting to get up into the top 8, and to do that we had to grind out some wins and come from behind and then put a 1-pointer over. But we showed great character at the back end of the year, and that's where it goes into the playoffs.
Would you say coming here has given you like a new lease of life, I guess, at Bradford? Obviously the start of the season didn't go your way, but you came here and seemed to rejuvenate your career almost.
You could say, just playing regularly is a big help. For any player that wants to be playing week in, week out. And that's what I come here to do. To play. To play week in, week out, and that's what gives you the confidence, to try and do things. And when you're playing just one game here, and then another few weeks down the line you play another game, it's hard to get that judgment. But I've enjoyed every minute of it.
And Rustin, all the players, just how big have the fans been? I know you mentioned the atmosphere being brilliant in the 2 1-point games, but this year they've seemed to came more than ever in recent seasons. It's been really good support.
It's been great. The fans have been brilliant. It's probably the biggest sets of fans for this year that I've seen. Me coming to Wakefield, so been to this ground a few times. I played against them a few times, and the home games we were packed out most games, and that's a credit to the owners and and the marketing staff.